What's up guys, just Messi here, welcome to a brand new video and welcome to a daily dose of transfer gossip. Today is going to be Monday, the start of a brand new week, and the date is August 8th. And this is actually a record breaking transfer episode because one went through in particular is absolutely mad. You can tell by the title, we'll get onto that in a moment guys. So before you get any further, as always, if you can smash 1,500 likes, that'd be absolutely awesome. If you're to my channel, click the subscribe button for daily FIFA content and in the comments below. Leave your thoughts on today's rumours and let me know what rumours I should do in the next episode. And if you missed yesterday's videos, down below in that description box guys, 8 MS transfers after 9 PM is the second video of the day. And I'm going to apologise again, there's not been much gameplay whatsoever, if any, for the last like 2 or 3 weeks. The reason is I've not really touched a game. I mean, I played like 3 or 4 games of that can't play anchor and like Royce in that cup, but that's it, that's where I stopped. The game just feels really dead to me, and it probably does for a lot of you as well. So hopefully we're now on the road to FIFA 17, so it's not too far away now guys. So let's go on to the confirmed deals, and first up today, a Dutch winger by the name of Gus Hupert. So he has joined a team called KSC Lokeren in the Belgian Pro League. It's an undisclosed fee from AZ Alkmaar in the Eredivisie. It's like quite a decent silver card in regards to pace and dribbling. Then we move on to Tio Gutierrez going to a team in the Argentinian League, I believe. Yep, as you can see, it is the Primera División, again the Argentinian League. He's gone to Rosario Central. I think he's currently playing for Colombia at the Olympics as well as one of the overage players. He may even be their captain, but he's joined them from Sporting in Portugal on a loan deal. They also still have that youngster that went to Paris Saint-Germain, but he got loaned back to the club, I think, to finish the season, possibly. Now move on to a player, I'm going to call him Adrian or Adrian, I cannot say a second name, but I may attempt it. So I've just listened to 2 videos on how to pronounce this guy's name. Both of them are probably wrong. The first one is Mizajewski or something, and the second one, Mizajewski. So either way, if I said it wrong, let me know in the comments below. And I'm pretty sure I have, but either way, let's get back onto the transfer itself. So he's officially a free agent now after being released by his current club in the Saudi Pro League, Al Nassr. I have no idea what team he intends to go to, but in regards to FIFA, he tends to get quite a decent TOTS card every year, or since they started doing the Saudi Pro League TOTS, and that one this year is no different, very good in game. Now we move on to Scott Sinclair going to Celtic. So he's joined them officially now from Aston Villa with a fee anywhere between like 3.5 and 4.5 million pounds. In fact, yesterday, I think it was announced around 10 AM or something, quite early on. He made his debut in the SPL opener for Celtic and scored the winner. I believe he came off the bench and scored in the 81st minute to get Brendan Rodgers' first win in the SPL. So fair play to him, the perfect start he can get to a new club, and I imagine we'll do quite well with them as well, and not the worst of fees. Then we go on to Zujat today, going to a team not on FIFA. He's joined Al Wahda FC in the United Arab Emirates Golf League from Bursaspor for 2.55 million pounds. So I'm assuming if they don't get that league, he will not be on FIFA 17. And this guy back in the day, like FIFA 11, FIFA 12 and stuff, maybe even FIFA 13 as well, he's one that covered like face stars of the packs in game, along with the likes of Rooney. So that's quite cool on there, but he will not be on FIFA 17 at this rate. Then we go on to Sansone today, going to Villarreal. He's joined them from Sassuolo in the Serie A in Italy for 11.05 million pounds. It's another good signing, it seems, for Villarreal. And this guy, in fact, used to be in Bayern Munich's youth system in like 2011. He was also the rewarding game they actually got for winning the Serie A team of the season tournament, which is quite cool. Now we move on to Gary Neville. Now you may have seen the really cringy video that's going around yesterday from Sky Sports News. Essentially unveiling Gary Neville as a new sign because he's gone back to Sky Sports News to be a pundit and also a commentator. He actually left the Sky broadcasting team to become the Valencia manager. I think it was like back in November, but I'm glad he's back, and to be fair, I really like him as a commentator despite him used to playing for United. Now finally, absolutely huge one, Paul Pogba. So he actually features in the confirmed deals and the potential deals today. The simple fact that he currently has been confirmed to be having a medical at United in the next couple of days, but he's not officially their player as of yet. But all the apparent information about his transfer will be featuring in a moment, guys. So let's go on to the potential deals. And first up, we have got Mitrovic of Newcastle. So according to the Daily Mirror, Newcastle boss Rafa Benitez plans to sell Alexander Mitrovic because he feels he cannot trust a 21-year-old who is currently serving a 4-match ban. And the simple reason he's serving a 4-match ban is because he got sent off against Tottenham, I believe, on the last day of the season. So this guy, he knows how to score goals. He's proven that playing for Anderlecht and stuff. But for Newcastle, he's been such a big liability. And to be fair, they signed him knowing that he has these type of issues because he got a lot of red cards, I think, and yellow cards while he's playing in Belgium. So as a youngster, still 21 years old, and still kind of like a raw talent. He does have potential, but if he gets sent off and stuff, it doesn't help his cause. And I remember Alan Shearer going absolutely in on him. I think it was on Match of the Day. So Mitrovic, not sure what club he could go to, but whoever gets him, they've got a hot head on their hands. If they can control him a little bit, potentially a very good player. Now we move on to a player potentially going to Newcastle, Brendan Galloway. So Newcastle are hoping to sign Everton starlet Brendan Galloway on loan to fill their left back slot. So I'm not sure if this is one of the guys that didn't actually get allocated a squad number at Everton along the likes of Niasse and stuff. But if he was, he's probably available to leave. I've actually just checked the list of players that didn't receive an Everton shirt number, midfielder, and he wasn't on that list. To be fair, he got one, so he's definitely in Everton's plans. But in regards to him getting first team opportunities and stuff, him going out on loan to Newcastle, I think it'd be great for all parties. Newcastle need a left back, he needs experience as a young player, and also Everton, they may not be able to give him too many first team opportunities, so going out on loan is not a bad idea. And Newcastle need to try and get past that Fulham defeat the other day and kind of build ahead from here. Now we go on to Oliver Torres today, linked to FC Porto, who he used to play for. So Porto are looking to re-sign Atletico Madrid youngster Oliver Torres, according to Ebola. The 21-year-old is out of favour under Diego Simeone at Vicente Calderon and is believed to be available for transfer. The young midfielder shone while on loan at Porto in 2014/15 season. He scored 7 goals and racked up 6 assists in 40 appearances. And the Portuguese club want to bring him back to the club this summer. So Porto is a great club to get your confidence back at, and a great club to also develop to. Or develop at, sorry, because they get quite a few players in that necessarily haven't been great elsewhere, and they said they tend to turn into players that they can resell for a lot of money. So either way, Torres going to Porto again could be a very good idea. Then we go on to Michael Keane today, linked to Leicester. So the Sunday people are saying Leicester City will make a £17 million bid for Burnley defender Michael Keane this week. It did kind of become public knowledge a few weeks ago that he turned down a deal to stay at Burnley, like a new contract offer, and he wants to move to Leicester. They've already had like 3 bids, I think, rejected before. I think it was £10 million, £12 million and 15. So 17 mil, they kind of up it by a little bit every time. But £17 million for Michael Keane. I'm not sure if he'd start many games, because their connection of Robert Huth and Wes Morgan is extremely solid, and it's kind of one of the reasons they won that title last season. So I'm not too sure where we get much game time, but 17 mil could be the fee. Now we move on to Mateo Kovacic today. Also, him and the next guy, Nacho Fernandez. So according to Marca today, both these players will be staying at Real Madrid. Real Madrid coach Zinedine Zidane has been convinced to keep hold of Mateo Kovacic and defender Nacho this summer, despite both of them being heavily linked with moves away. So Kovacic was linked to a move to the Premier League and also Serie A, or go back to Serie A. And the next guy, Nacho Fernandez, was apparently going to go to Roma. Like at one point, it looked like that was definitely going through. So either way, things have changed from there. And the next guy, though, is going to Roma, Thomas Vermaelen. So Barcelona, yes, they did confirm and tweet out that Vermaelen was having a medical at Roma in the next couple of days. And Roma then confirmed it by posting a picture of him arriving in the airport holding a Roma scarf. And the stat that I was trying to get across the other day, I've got an official one now. So Thomas Vermaelen has made just 11 La Liga appearances for Barca since making the switch 2 years ago. It may even be 3 years, but he joined them from Arsenal for £15 million. And the things he's won that time, the honours he's won at Barca, 2 La Liga titles, 2 Copa del Reys, 1 Champions League, 1 Super Cup and 1 Club World Cup. So at Barca in the last couple of years, despite playing 11 league games and probably just a handful of like Champions League games here and there as well, I imagine like less than 20 games the last 2 years at least. He's won more than most players to win in their whole career. Well, definitely a Champions League on there and 2 La Liga titles, that is not easy whatsoever. But the fee, not been mentioned as of yet, but apparently less than 10 million, I think. And now we've gone to Arsenal and their situation with injured defenders. So it's got even worse yesterday. During a friendly against Man City, Gabriel, he got stretchered off in like the 90th minute. So Arsenal's situation right now, Mertesacker, he's facing at least 4 more months on the sideline with a bad knee injury. Koscielny only returns to train tomorrow, and Gabriel, like I said, stretchered off. So Arsenal kick off their Premier League campaign on Sunday, 6 days away from now against Liverpool, and currently we've got quite a few injuries scattered about, but Arsenal, they've only got like 1 fit centre-back. So during pre-season, one guy that has impressed quite a bit for Arsenal apparently is a guy signed from Bolton, but they've also got, I think it's a CDM, a young CDM from their reserve team that's Polish, and on top of that, Callum Chambers, he used to be a right back, so I'm not fully convinced him as a centre back. So at the time of me recording this video, there's been no update in regards to Gabriel's situation. So he could be out for a while, he could be back in a couple of days. But either way, it looked really, really bad because I was watching it, I'm pretty sure his leg was like strapped up and stuff, and again, he got stretchered off. And he looked in agony, to be honest, and Arsene Wenger was questioned about making a new signing. And his response was, I've said many times, we are in the market, but it's not an easy market for us. Let's hope we have good news for Gabriel. Koscielny is back in training, but we might be short for next week. If Gabriel is out, Mertesacker is out, and Koscielny is out, that makes many players. So surely, if there's a time for them to push through a move for Mustafi or something like that, it has to be now, because they're kind of desperate at this point, and they could be fielding a very weak defence against Liverpool next week, or this week, sorry, Sunday. Now we move on to Sami Nasri. According to French outlet L'Equipe, they said that Inter are hopeful of seeing a loan deal for Man City midfielder Sami Nasri, though the citizens would prefer to sell the Frenchman outright for €20 million. Now €20 million is quite a lot to ask for a player that's not really played at all over the last couple of seasons. So Nasri, he used to be a great player. Like back in 2011, I think it was, for Arsenal, he was unplayable. But at this point in time, it's not looking like he'll get many minutes whatsoever under Pep Guardiola. I'm not sure if he's played at all during pre-season. I've only watched a couple of games of them. But Nasri, if he goes to Inter Milan, it would make a bit of sense returning to go with Roberto Mancini. Next up, we got Igalo of Watford today linked to West Brom according to Sky sources. The Baggies want to bring in a new striker before allowing Berahino to leave the club, and they tried to sign West Ham's Defra Sacco last week. Sacco was ready to join the West Midlands club, but he failed a medical and the deal fell through. And that now leaves West Brom to move on to other targets, which Igalo is one of them. And I'm not surprised, but Igalo, I'm pretty sure they rejected an offer from China of like £38 million for him. Although to be fair, I think the reason for them rejecting that offer was because Igalo said himself he doesn't want to go to China. And fair play, he wants to remain in one of the big leagues. And in regards to Sacco's apparent failed medical, I'm pretty sure it's down to the fact he wouldn't be fit for the opening game of the season. That's the reason they pulled out. Marc-Andre ter Stegen today is linked to Manchester City according to Sunday Express. So City manager Pep Guardiola wants to sign Barcelona goalkeeper Marc-Andre ter Stegen, who's 24 years old, as a replacement for Joe Hart. But apparently the German will cost £67 million. So Barca, obviously clearly don't want to sell their man, because I think as of now, main goalkeeper for Cup and also the league. I'm not sure where that's going to leave Claudio Bravo. He may even be like a mentor potentially to ter Stegen. He's a fantastic goalkeeper, fantastic with his feet, and that's probably the reason that Pep wants him. But the fee seems absolutely massive, and I'm assuming they will not go for that. Now move on to Leonardo Bonucci today, apparently turned down a massive contract from Man City. According to Gazzetta dello Sport, they're saying that Bonucci was offered double his current salary to leave Juventus for Man City this summer. But their centre-back turned down the move as he wants to win the Champions League with Italian giant Juventus. And despite Juve saying Paul Pogba to United, their team still looks absolutely stacked, probably even better than they did before. They essentially have 2 or 3 backups for every single position, and all of them extremely good quality. And they're also still linked to PSG's Matuidi as a replacement for Paul Pogba, so that'd be absolutely huge. A fantastic CDM or centre midfielder. They'd fit perfectly for their team. And now move on to Bastian Schweinsteiger and his current Manchester United teammate Antonio Valencia, who in pre-season I believe has stacked up a lot of assists, including one in the Community Shield yesterday. But back onto Schweinsteiger, both of them linked to Galatasaray. So Turkish club Galatasaray are keen on Manchester United duo Bastian Schweinsteiger and Antonio Valencia, and happy to pay £4.25 million for the duo, according to Star on Sunday. Bastian Schweinsteiger is surplus to requirements at Old Trafford under Jose Mourinho. It's been cleared out. He's been told to train with the reserves. And Mourinho mentioned something about 2 new players at the club, as he usually trains like 25 players, and currently they've got far more than that. And Valencia has been linked to a move away from United since Jose Mourinho was appointed back in May. But at the moment, to be fair, it does seem that he's actually their right-back choice ahead of Darmian, so we'll have to wait and see on that one whether they actually bring in a right-back as well. Now we've gone to Christian Benteke, linked to the Turkish club at Besiktas. According to NTV Sport, Turkish side Besiktas have joined Christian Benteke's list of potential suitors. The Super League side will have to pay the Belgians full market price because Jurgen Klopp continues to stand firm on negotiations. And like I mentioned the other day, Klopp did say Benteke looks like he's going to leave, and the price though, £30 million, or he is not leaving. Then we go on to ISCO linked to AC Milan. AC Milan want to make Real Madrid playmaker Isco their marquee signing this summer, according to AS. The Serie A giants' new Chinese owners are expected to spend big in order to bring back the glory days at San Siro, and they want the Spaniard Isco to spearhead the new project. Again, according to AS, Milan are looking to speed up the sale of Carlos Bacca for around €30 million before tabling a bid for Isco. Real Madrid are open to selling the Spain international, but only if they receive a good offer for his services. And there have been a lot of rumours suggesting that could be the case. Now we've gone to Lukaku, and apparently Everton, they're playing hardball for him. Everton hope to ward off a formal bid from Chelsea for former striker Romelu Lukaku by holding contract talks with his agent Mino Raiola, who is in England to finance Paul Pogba's return to Manchester United. So potentially, if Chelsea do come back in for him, he could be doing 2 returns to 2 former clubs. But not if things go to plan for Everton, as apparently they're offering up to £135,000 a week, or even potentially more. But apparently Chelsea want to offer the next 2 players in return, Begovic and also Loic Remy. They want to include both these players in the deal to potentially try and get the price down ever so slightly, but on top of that, kind of please Everton, because right now they are looking for a new goalkeeper and also a striker to potentially replace Lukaku. Begovic is regarded as a very good goalkeeper, not so much at Chelsea. I mean, when he's played, not been overly fantastic, but at Stoke was a brilliant goalkeeper. And Loic Remy, I'm assuming, would be a backup, because if they were to sell Lukaku, they'd want to go hard on getting a replacement in. Or he potentially could be a partner as well for someone else. Now though, we go on to Paul Pogba, the one everyone's been looking forward to. Or most people at least. So yesterday, United dropped on Twitter a statement saying that Paul Pogba has been granted permission to have a medical in order to finalise his transfer from Juventus to join Manchester United. And the hashtag they're using is a play on words as name, #PogBack. And now the information regarding the deal. So the medical apparently will be taking place at the earliest today, as the necessary United staff are currently in London, obviously with the squad for the Community Shield. They don't expect anything to go wrong during the medical, although it still will be a thorough process and still could take a couple of days or even longer. But Jose Mourinho in his press conference yesterday did say that Pogba will be done by Tuesday, or he expects it to be, sorry. So his quote reads, "United is the perfect club to bring Pogba to the level he wants to be, and the Premier League is the perfect habitat for that. If you want to be the best player in the world and go to Barcelona or Real Madrid, you're in trouble because the big guys won't let you." So it's either a dig at the two clubs or Messi and Ronaldo. Either way though, he believes Paul Pogba could become the best player in the world at United. And finally, we have the record-breaking fee itself, 105 million euros or 89 million pounds, or in the region of 90 million pounds. So either way, it is a world record, like I said, beats Gareth Bale and Ronaldo to Real Madrid. But guys, in the comments below, do you think Paul Pogba will be a massive success at United or a massive flop? So there we have it, guys. There's all today's potential transfers as well as confirmed stuff at the very beginning. So as always, if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button. 1,500 likes would be absolutely awesome. If you're to my channel, click the subscribe button for daily FIFA content. The comments below, and me your thoughts on today's rumours I should do in the next episode. And if you missed yesterday's videos, they're down below in that description box, guys. 18 minutes transfers, and after 9 PM is the second video of the day. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.